Hello, I'm going to be telling you about my summer backpacking gear list. I used it for 1,000 miles on the Appalachian Trail last summer. It's a roughly 7-pound base weight. I'm going to go into detail on every piece, but if there's something you want to know more about, let me know down below. My pack is a Waymark Evolve. It's a 35-liter pack. It's made of X-Pack, which is similar to Dyneema, where it's a water-resistant material, almost waterproof. I do have a Nylafume pack liner inside of that in order to protect it more in case water was to get through. Maybe one of the seams wasn't taped properly. On the front, I use a shoulder pocket for my phone and put some snacks in there, and then I have my Garmin InReach as well. Following up with that, I have my Z-Packs Altaplex. It's a one-person shelter. It's supposed to be able to fit someone that's 6'3", which I am clearly not. But it's a lot of extra room, which is nice, and there's been nights where I've had my feet touching or my head pretty close to touching that I don't know that you could fit someone 6'3" in there. With that, I have the carbon fiber tent pole. I don't hike with trekking poles, so I need something to prop up the tent in the middle, so I use the carbon fiber tent pole for that. I also have 10 stakes. 3 of them are MSR mini groundhog stakes, and the other 7 are just some random Big Agnes stakes that I got with my Fly Creek that I had. Then moving on to the sleep system, I use a Thermarest Neo Air X-Lite. It's the full length pad. It's great. I've had it for quite a while now. No popping, no leaking. It's done well. To partner with that, I have my Enlightened Equipment Enigma. It's a 40-degree quilt. It's 950 down. And I've used it down to about 40 degrees, which is a little cold. I do have a liner that I'll throw in there every once in a while to help me get a little bit extra warmth. My Sea to Summit Arrows ultralight pillow. I started off the trail with a Trekology, and that would deflate on me every night, at least twice a night. So when I got to the NOC, I bought a new pillow, which was this one, and I haven't had any problems with it, with leaking. My food bag, which is a light AF. It's the large, I believe. I'm not sure exactly the liter amount in it, but I think they've since discontinued it. That has a rock bag as well with some nylon rope for bear hangs. I have just a really cheap Amazon pot, which is 800 milliliters. I guess more than that, probably about a liter. And I use a piece of aluminum foil as a lid just to keep heat in and help the water boil quicker. I use a BRS stove, which is just this cheap knockoff version of the MSR Pocket Rocket, basically, but it's like $15 on Amazon. And then obviously I have the fuel with that. For my water, I'll carry typically 1 or 2 liters of water. Smart water bottles because they're lighter than Nalgene's. So I have one smart water bottle here it's a Waymark design, although I made my one myself that worked pretty well. It's just a tube that goes into the bottle like you'd have for a water bladder, so that you don't have to take the bottle out every time you go to drink, because I tend to find that I don't drink as often as I need to, and I'm very dehydrated when I have to reach back and grab the water. With that, I have a Katadyn B-free water filter, the 1 liter pouch. It's a very fast flow rate compared to the Sawyer Squeeze. I like that it comes with a specific pouch and it's super easy to fill. The mouth on it, I don't know if you can see that, the mouth on it is really wide, so it's easy. It's not too bad for scooping water either, opposed to the packs that come with the Sawyer. They're not great for that. I'm not a huge fan of screwing the Sawyer onto my smart water, because then your smart water gets all crushed up and it's not really a liter anymore. For my ditty bag, I have a Z-Packs medium roll top dry bag. It's made of Dyneema. That holds all my electronics, my charging wires, headlamp, and my battery bank. And then additionally, it'll have my med kit, which is just typically I'll have maybe a lighter with some Leuko tape wrapped around it, my allergy medication and some vitamin I, and then my contacts and solution, and my toothbrush. And then I'll also have some toilet paper in there, and I always hike with a trowel. This is the deuce of spades. It's pretty cheap and lightweight. The shoes that I wear are the Ultra Mount Blancs. I started in the Lone Peak and wore through them pretty quickly. I ended up going through 2 pairs in 1,000 miles, which is pretty typical. The Mount Blancs are a little bit thinner on the top, so they're actually lighter weight than the Lone Peaks, but they're thicker on the bottom, so they have more cushion. And they have a Vibram sole, which I like a lot better for the grip than the Lone Peak Max Track, I believe it is. And I haven't had any issues with them. I wear a pair of Darn Tough hiking socks, the Crew Cut. I believe the Crew Cut. But I've been doing actually a lot of hiking barefoot this summer. So I'll typically bring, instead of those, I'll bring Chacos and a pair of Injinji toe socks so that I can wear the Chacos with them. I typically will hike in Patagonia Strider Pro 5-inch shorts that have the built-in liner, although the pair I normally hike in I cut out. I also have an Outdoor Research t-shirt that's really lightweight and super breathable that I'll wear. And then for the summertime, I'll bring just my rain jacket as an extra layer of warmth and to protect me from rain. If I know that it's going to be cold and for some reason it's going to be a super cold night, I'll bring a Smart wool long sleeve t-shirt, or I have an Appalachian Gear Company alpaca hoodie, or my Enlightened Equipment Apex Torrid or Torrid Apex jacket, I forget which. That's like 8 ounces synthetic puffy. I think I covered everything. If there's anything that you think I left out or want any information on, let me know down below.